Cell phones. They are everywhere. We can see images and get information with the swipe of a finger. Cell phones are very powerful and can be used for good or for bad. According to a 2010 Pew Internet and Life Project survey, 20% of children between the ages of 6 and 11 have a cell phone. This number jumps to 75% for kids between the ages of 11 and 17. I understand that the decision to let a child have a phone is personal and one that every family has to make. Phones have been the center of many discussions between my 12-year-old son, myself, and my husband. I can see the value of a child having a basic phone. I'd like to share 3 main reasons why I feel kids should not have a smartphone. They are cost, distraction, and safety. First, cost. I don't know about you, but I don't have a money tree growing in my backyard. I'd like one, but I don't have one. I have to budget and save for everything. The cost of a cell phone can add up fast. Basic talk and text plans generally cost between $40 and $60 a month per phone. Additional data allowances can cost on average of $20 a month. Then there's the cost of the phone itself. This varies greatly depending on the phone that you choose to buy. If your kids are like mine, then chances of a phone getting lost or possibly damaged and in need of replacement is most likely to occur. Most kids under the age of 16 don't have any source of income. Who's going to pay the monthly bill? Second, distractions. Everyone can get distracted. Phones just seem to exaggerate the problem. A study conducted by the University of Alabama examined 77 children as they experienced a virtual reality environment replicating the process of crossing a busy street. The kids saw traffic moving in both directions and also heard naturalistic sounds presented through a stereo speaker system. The children were wearing aprons that contained a cell phone. Randomly, some children received a phone call. During the conversation, children were asked simple questions like, "What's your favorite television show?" or "What do you like to do for fun?" The researchers found that when using the cell phone, kids were significantly more likely to be hit by a car or have a close call. It didn't matter if the kids were experienced cell phone users or not. Another distraction happens at school. The Pew Internet and American Life Project reveals that almost 65% of teenagers that have cell phones use it on their school grounds. What are they using it for? Cheating, maybe? 23% of teens using cell phones in school do not consider texting questions to their friends as cheating. 19% of the cell phone owning students don't consider surfing the internet to find answers as cheating. What are these kids learning? Not only is there the temptation to cheat, but kids are losing the art of communication. Have you ever watched a group of kids with smartphones? Heads down, fingers flying. They are talking to each other, but not verbally. Their body language shows that they aren't interested in anything going around them, and they seem to be very self-involved. Will they be able to have meaningful relationships with others as if they are always looking down, surfing the internet, or playing games? They are on them day and night, and it is affecting them. Dr. Ira E. Hyman of Psychology Today says that cell phones can be addictive and be the cause of lack of sleep. The University of California, Los Angeles tracked 535 area high school students. The researchers found that the more time a student skipped on sleep, the worse he or she did on assignments or tests. Kids don't even realize how much time they spend on their phones. My friend told me that she was looking at her phone statement and noticed that her 14-year-old daughter had been on her phone for 11 hours in one day. She is regretting letting her daughter have a smartphone. I ask you, do kids have the self-control that owning a smartphone necessitates? The principal reason I feel kids should not have a smartphone is safety. Texting and driving, cyberbullying, and sexting are a few of the biggest threats. The National Highway Transportation Safety Association has determined that driver inattention is the primary or contributing factor in as many as 25% of all police-reported traffic accidents. People can become so absorbed in their conversations or other cell phone use that their ability to concentrate on the act of driving is severely impaired. In November of 2005, a Colorado 17-year-old allegedly lost control of his car while text messaging and hit a bicyclist who died 2 days after the accident. The boy was charged with a misdemeanor, which comes with a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison. He will have this tragedy follow him for the rest of his life, all because of a cell phone. Cyberbullying is when a child or teenager is harassed, humiliated, embarrassed, threatened, or tormented using digital technology. It happens every day. Cyberbullying takes out the intimate factor of face-to-face interaction. The bully can't see, nor do they have any guilt about the hurt and pain that they've inflicted. The victim is very much alone. They usually don't let anyone know that it is happening, and they suffer in silence. These are average kids between the ages of 12 and 14. According to a new study published in the Medical Journal of Pediatrics, 1 in 5 middle school-age students are sexting. Sexting is the act of sending and/or receiving sexually explicit text or photo messages. Researchers at the University of Texas Medical Branch found that teens who sext may be more likely to engage in sexual behaviors. The earlier kids are exposed to sex, the earlier they will engage. We have to keep it out of their hands. The fact is, kids need to learn how to navigate through this electronic world we live in. Having a basic phone is the perfect way to teach them self-control, responsibility, and money management. It is our job as parents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and friends to teach and protect our children. We need to give them the knowledge and tools and skills to be successful. We can do this without giving them a smartphone. Thank you.